कानपुर शहर की दो तीन ख़ास बातें हैं। एक तो उनकी लेदर इंडस्ट्री रही है, एक उनके जो लड्डू विच आर वेरी फेमस, ठग्गू के लड्डू, एंड ऑब्वियसली वी हैव दैट ग्रीन पार्क स्टेडियम विच इज़ एक्चुअली अ वेरी ओल्ड फैशन ग्राउंड। शहर के बीचों बीच बसा है एंड यू कैन सी अ लॉट ऑफ क्राउड गैदरिंग अराउंड अहेड ऑफ एन इंटरनेशनल गेम। मैंने 2 टेस्ट मैचेस किए हैं and I realized one very interesting thing, that it gives you that old world charm, and you have that at that time, at least, there was an open press box there. It had no covering. The crowds were really enthusiastic, and there were huge demand for passes and tickets. Hello and welcome everybody. I'm your host Khurram Habib. Or India are going to play Bangladesh in the second test at Kanpur's Green Park Stadium. इंडिया ने पहले मैच में बांग्लादेश को बहुत बुरी तरह हराया. बांग्लादेश looked pretty good on the first day, in the first hour of the first day. They reduced India to 30 odd for 3, but after that India held sway over the game. जी हाँ, रविचंद्रन अश्विन और रविंद्र जडेजा ने 199 रन की पार्टनरशिप की, and that took India to an unbeatable total. जी हाँ, Bangladesh batting disappointed. In fact, Bangladeshi bowling was quite impressive in patches in the test match, as we expected. Their spinners were fine, their fast bowlers were revelation. लेकिन उनकी जो बैटिंग थी वो बहुत disappointing रही है. They just could not get to 300 in either of the two innings. It was not a bad batting surface. कानपुर के ग्रीन पार्क स्टेडियम में इंडिया का रिकॉर्ड बहुत अच्छा है. अभी तक 23 टेस्ट मैचेस में इंडिया ने सिर्फ 3 हारे हैं, और जो लास्ट हार थी वो अर्ली 1980s में थी अगेंस्ट द वेस्ट इंडीज ऑफ द ईयर. आफ्टर दैट इंडिया हैव वन ऑल द टेस्ट मैचेस. 1950s में जब इंडिया ने खेलना शुरू किया था ग्रीन पार्क में, they lost 2 matches then, and after that they lost the 3rd match in the early 80s. So beyond that, India's performance has been really good in Kanpur, and they are expected to sweep past Bangladesh in this test match also. However, एक चीज़ बांग्लादेश की तरफ जाएगी. Although they disappointed in the first test, the batting was failed miserably in the first test. They will be at a venue where the wicket or the pitch will be more closer to their own home grounds. जी हाँ, चेन्नई के अंदर उन्होंने रेड सॉइल पिच के ऊपर खेला था, which tends to bounce more and breaks a little bit earlier and offers sharp turn. लेकिन जो कानपुर के ग्राउंड है, कानपुर का जो ग्रीन पार्क स्टेडियम है, it's a black soil wicket. Unless you use a very heavy roller, the black soil pitch will have a very low bounce, and as the match progresses, although the wicket break करेगी, the turn will be very slow. वैसे तो इंडियन टीम की कॉम्बिनेशन बहुत स्ट्रांग दिख रही है, बहुत अच्छी दिख रही है. ऑल द बेसिस सीम टू बी कवर्ड. लेकिन एक सवाल ज़रूर उठता है कि वेदर इंडियन टीम विल प्ले कुलदीप यादव और नॉट. ही विल बी प्लेइंग एट हिज होम वेन्यू इफ़ ही गेट्स अ चांस टू बी इन द प्लेइंग 11. And whether the team management risks dropping a pacer for him to come into the side and play in front of his home ground, in front of his home conditions, is yet to be seen. It could be ideal. It could be an ideal situation considering the pitch that we have, especially the slow and low bounce, where a little bit of pace will be required, and that can be provided only by a wrist spinner. So they might just want to play a wrist spinner in Kuldeep Yadav instead of a pacer. We'll get to see that later tomorrow morning. Until then, let's hope the test goes on well and it extends to 5 days. Kanpur is notorious for hosting test matches, has been notorious in the past for hosting test matches that finished early. Remember the 2006-7 test match against South Africa, which finished very early. Obviously, over the past few test matches, whether it was 2016 and 2021, although they were spin friendly, but they were good wickets. Hopefully, we are going to see the same kind of wicket, and we're going to see some kind of resistance from Bangladesh and some really good quality cricket from India.